Hello YouTube, how are you doing? Today I've got an exciting tutorial which is going to help you with all your wooden upcycling needs, okay? The number one thing that you need to learn when you're getting into upcycling is how to take a pallet apart. Now, you may be thinking, hang on a minute, I'm sure I got deja vu or I have seen her do this before with pallets. Yes, you are right, you've seen me do it before, but that was the quick and cheap way of taking pallets apart, right? It was cheap because I was just using 2 pry bars, so anyone could afford to do that. This way, slightly more expensive because you're going to need a tool to do it, which costs slightly more money, but this way is going to help you take apart hundreds of pallets at a time because it's going to be so quick, it's going to like bend your mind, okay? But you are going to need one of these babies. This, in England, is a reciprocating saw. I think in America they call them sawzalls or something. Maybe comment below, maybe I've got that wrong, but I'm pretty sure. Medium sure, right? How sure do you need to be? So basically, this saw, it is awesome. Look. It makes a lot of noise. I decided to get a battery-powered one because I can't be doing with cables all over the place. As little cables as possible in my life would be perfect. So I got myself the lithium-ion version. This isn't a sponsored video by Makita or anything, so I'm not going to talk too much about the reciprocating saw. But if you're going to go out and buy one, have a think about whether you want corded or battery-operated. If you do go for battery operated, bear in mind that if you're going to be using this all day, you're going to go through batteries and you're going to need maybe 3 or 4 or something to keep charging them up and swapping them over. And also probably get, this is a 4 AH battery, 18 volt, maybe get 5 AH if you can afford it because you know, it takes quite a lot of power and you don't want to be waiting like 20 minutes for your battery to charge up. It's just like, annoyance. Okay, so that's something you need to think about. Also think about the power that the saw has itself as well. So this is an 18 watt Makita reciprocating saw and it has a metal blade in it. Because you're not actually cutting through the wood when we're doing this, you're going to be cutting through the nails. Now not a lot of people know this, but a lot of pallets are put together with ring shank nails. Ring shank means that they have lots of little rings all the way along the length of the nail, which hold them in far tighter than just normal nails. If you're dealing with those guys, then you've pretty much got no hope of trying to pry the thing apart. Like, you'll lose your mind before you manage to take a pallet apart, okay? So, if you are planning on taking apart lots of pallets, you want to get into making furniture with pallets, or, you know, you want to do a pallet wall or something, it is probably well worth your while investing in one of these babies, okay? Have a good search around online. They do them all different prices depending on whether they're corded and, you know, the power of them and everything. I can't even remember what I spent on this one. You could probably pick one up for like 50 quid or something, or maybe even on eBay, get a second-hand one. You never know. Anyway, I'm going to stop rabbiting. I'm going to show you what this baby does. Remember, if you want to see the cheap and easy way of taking apart pallets, I will put it below. Maybe if you want to start there and then move on to this later. All right? So, let's see how long this is going to take. One down. One more down, stick that over there and carry on. plank's already down. Taking candy from a baby. One, two, three, four, five. Once I call it push alive, so that's 5 down. Now I'm going to flip it up the other way. Or should I do these ones first? Let's do the top one here first, and then we're going to flip upside down. The other thing I neglected to mention is that it's best to have the pallet clamped down. That is because if it's moving around, like you're putting your weight onto the saw, you are holding it with your shoe, that's, you know, the piece at the bottom there, holding your shoe against the wood in as straight as line as you can manage, and you can't really do that if it's moving around, and plus it's dangerous, like the pallet could fall on your foot, you could, you know what could happen. Pin it down. Come on, girl. If you are having trouble getting one of the planks from one side, always try from the other side. It makes sense. So I've just clamped that to my workbench with 2 of these down the bottom. That has made quick work of this pallet, has it not? Check it out. Ooh. And that's exactly why you strap them down. Come on, Williams. It's actually really cold here today. I've got all my thermals on underneath this. That's why I look like I've got some padding. Plus I've been eating loads. Right, let's continue. I feel like I should be on that Benny Benassi music video, Satisfaction. If you're watching this, Benny, and you ever want me for one of your videos, I'll be well up for it. remove your clamps as and when you need to do them, because of course as you take it apart, it becomes less and less stable. This is the last bit. Oh, yeah, the last one next. Right. Just have to. There you go. So in a few minutes I have reduced a pallet to this pile of slats. Not one of them, not one, is split. It took me a very short period of time. It did cover me in dust, but hey ho, you can't have everything. I mean, you know, we're not miracle land here. I would highly recommend get yourself a reciprocating saw, take some pallets apart, and then get in touch with me on social media and show me what you've made. If you want to see what I make out of this, then possibly click the subscribe button and then you won't miss a thing, will you? Bye.